The cinematography in this was absolutely amazing, and I really loved the voiceover. It had so much emotion, so much personality. It was very engaging, and it kind of drew you into the film. I loved what this was about. It made so much sense. I also oh my god, the skydiving, the flight simulator in and of itself, watching her in that simulator, her movements were so fluid, it was almost she was dancing in the air. It was really, really gorgeous. Yeah, I thought that the filmmakers did an amazing, amazing job with this.
What an inspiring piece. We get to see the world from this young woman's perspective, and what a enormous and wide-spanning perspective it is getting to be from the sky. It makes us want to go out there and chase our own dreams, set our own goals, and commit to them with the ferventness that she commits to hers.
Really gorgeous doc. It was really beautiful and in its own unique way. I loved the beginning. It was very relatable, talking about all the noise of the world and the notifications and needing to get away from that, and just it really helped me get into the mind of our main character, well, our focus of this doc, Maja. Getting to know her and her mind and how that her mind works, what she really loves, and her reasons for loving what she does. I thought this doc did a really great job of getting inside her mind, really getting to know her. It definitely helped hearing from her throughout the film. Her narration was so great, so personable, and relatable. And just the film in general, which had some beautiful views and footage of Maja's skydiving and what she's skydiving into. Some beautiful. I don't know if it was choreographed on her part, but um, I guess I could call it a sort of dance in a way that she does in the air while she's falling was really cool to watch, and they got some great footage of that. And another thing that they did really well in this film was the music. Um, just it just added to the scenery and everything coming together, and the theme of being mindful and letting everything else go. I thought the film itself did a great job of, taking you away from the world for a second and just enjoying the views and the music and the epicness of it all.
Such an interesting perspective. I think that a lot of people talk about meditating and, doing these kind of really introspective things like journaling, things like that, to kind of achieve this calm and achieve this quiet. I think that a lot of the times those are the more recommended things, or the kind of more mainstream activities, I suppose. But what an interesting way to view the world, and what an interesting way to interact with the world. To have skydiving, to have this sensation, this feeling where, like she said, you have to be doing something with your body the entire time. And it involves an incredible amount of focus and coordination. But by doing all of that, it allows her brain and everything else to kind of relax and release, which I think is so fascinating and so interesting. I loved the perspective and the shots that they got, and the kind of the actual views that they were able to give us from an audience point of view was absolutely breathtaking. Isn't necessarily about the thrill-seeking aspects, which I think is what most people attribute to skydiving. I think that most people attribute, and I'm sure that there is thrill-seeking involved, and I'm sure that the adrenaline rush is there, but to not have that be, like, the driving force, I think is really, really fascinating. I don't think it's a perspective that you hear about skydiving very often, and I love that people are so different and that different things work for everybody, and that this is what works for her, and I think that that's so fantastic and so lovely.
They have this super cool approach to the alternatives to our current fast-paced way of living in some communities. It's such an interesting way of disconnecting from the world. The way of letting go through activities, enjoying the moment. They have this amazing, great action shots of all these hobbies, especially the slow motion ones when she's getting off a plane or flying on this skydiving thingy. It is very entertaining, totally inspiring too.